Okay, so this is a meeting of the Hanwell Days Committee, and we have Chairman Dave Morrison, and we have councillors Tim Fox, Dave Holt, Deputy Mayor Jonah, Chris Briglow, and Lee Krause here tonight. A couple are missing, but that's all right. It's just more or less that's an update on where we are with our projects in the Hanwell Days at this point in time. So I, for one, I met with the, I guess the sales manager of Torque equipment out there. He's keen on the idea. He wants me to write a letter up to the actual general manager that looks after both Woodstock and Fredericton. He really doesn't see any problem, and this is getting like a major hole-in-one prize, so we can have like a, I don't know, maybe whatever they could do for us, whether a side-by-side or a four-wheeler or something like that. And the process on that, you know, if they decide to sponsor us with it, they'll buy an insurance policy on it. So if they have a $40,000 or $50,000 prize, it won't cost them $40,000 or $50,000 if it goes. You just buy a hole-in-one insurance from the broker or from your, they all have it anyway.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that. So I will say, I'll move on to Councillor Briglow. I know he's working after the art exhibit, so we'll see where he's at with that.
Yeah, so I'm having half-decent luck. For the artist exhibit, I've got 8 confirmed artists right now. I've got 3 wildlife wood carvers, chainsaw carver, I've got 3 painters and a pottery person. I'd like to get up to 15 to 20, I think would be a good number. I'm just not sure, trying to envision it in the room there, but anyway, I think 15 to 20 would be good. So I mean, I scoured the internet, every imaginable Google search I could for Hanwell, Kings Clear, Island View, different types of art. I think I'm kind of tapped that out. I've still got a couple of leads to follow up, so I'm kind of at the point now, if you know anybody in your wards, your neighborhoods or whatever, that want to talk to me, I want to make sure that it's art, not craft, and I sent a little thing around to you there today to kind of distinguish that. I don't want to offend anybody, but we do want to keep it an art show. So if you know of anybody, that would be good. Just send them, you know, get them connected with me. At some point in time, I'll probably want to put something on the website and social media to, you know, as we get a little closer. We're still, what, 3 months out?
Oh yeah, yeah, so a long ways out.
We'll see what we're doing in maybe a month or so from now. Try that. Yeah, I'd like to get about 15 or 20. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, okay, just one other point of interest. The chainsaw carver does some phenomenal chainsaw work. He wants to do a special thing for this 10th anniversary for Hanwell, and he's sent some photos. He sent another one I should send to you. Oh, okay. It's even better. It's,
yeah, I've seen the benches you sent around.
Yeah, so these are sitting benches, like a park bench, and he does the bench, and on 1 or 2 ends he does some stuffed chainsaw work, and he can stain it and do different stuff with it. It's pretty impressive stuff, and he wants to do it, and then say on the back support area back here, he can engrave inspired by nature. So it's kind of a bench that maybe we could use maybe in the nature park, maybe around the building here, or maybe even inside the building.
In our lobby, yeah.
Well, he did ask that question just just a couple of days ago. He said, where do you think this is going to go, and do you have any restrictions on size? And so I'd say keep it 6 to 7 feet. Don't make it so large, you know, it'll keep our options open if it's a little bit smaller. Don't make it so monstrous we can't move it around.
Right.
Because I think something like that, it's a piece of art is what it is. I don't know if everybody's seen the pictures or not, but there's absolutely beautiful. But something like that would be a centerpiece when you come into the building.
It would be, but it would have, but again, it couldn't be too big, because the lobby doesn't have a lot of space to put anything like that, and you wouldn't want it back here because nobody comes back here.
No, I can't have it back here.
So it would have to be in the lobby, so there's not much space for a big bench.
Perhaps inviting him in to see the space that we perhaps think about putting it.
Yeah, I could connect him with you, Sherry,
Sure,
if you
yeah.
wanted to look.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I might suggest that it may go inside. That might change his thoughts a little bit on what he'll do. My concern outside, I mean, they're pretty nice, and he charges anywhere from $1,200 to $3,500 for these things, but he's not going to. He says he's going to do it for very reasonable. He hasn't come back with a price yet, but
I'm pretty sure he's the one that did our carving out here.
Yeah.
are carving next to the recreation center, little recreation church.
Okay.
There's a tree. We had a tree that took out our roof.
Okay.
And he came and he said, he took the wood and he said, I would like to carve something for you. And he carved us a bear, an eagle.
Eagle, I believe.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Next time you're back in the daytime, go take a look. It's beautiful. He carved it right into the existing, what's left of that tree.
And he used like, the stump is like open and stuff at the top,
Okay.
but he still
Yeah.
had enough of the stump left that he actually used what was sticking up in it.
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
beautiful.
Part of the carving.
Yeah,
So-
he's really talented.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And he's getting better too. He's
Yeah.
really- I'll have to send you all the latest one he sent me. He did a bench similar to what he's talking about for, I think it was Grand Falls, the school up there. It's really nice.
Just have him reach out to me and I can meet him and we can kind of take a look at the lobby and see if there's something we can put in
I'll
there.
do that then, yeah.
The other place I'm thinking there is just outside the door.
Right, yes,
That
right.
spot.
Yes, so the
Still under
entryway.
the overhang,
Yeah.
and would be at least,
Yeah.
if it's outside, at least it would be partially protected.
The one thing I worry about outside is I wonder if it will get stolen.
No,
No?
we have teak furniture that we leave out there all summer. Nobody touches it. And we had a bench out there too that nobody touched. They tend to just,
Maybe I will connect.
Tend to
with
leave
you.
it, yeah.
It's just such a beautiful piece of work. I'd hate to see it weathered.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
inside's
At
better.
at some
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
it may be able to go into the church when it's done, but that'll be a year or so away. It's not like it's gonna be right tomorrow.
but yeah,
But
no,
it'd be
have
nice
him
to
reach
have it
out.
here, so
Okay.
when people come in and out of the building, they can see it.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all I have for now. Yeah, I'd like to get up to 15, 20, and I think I gotta go in the room there and kind of scope it out a little bit, but they'll all have multiple pieces, and
There's lots of room in there. for
there's
doing
lots
it.
of room. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, more than that, I mean,
I would think anybody from Hanwell that wants to.
yeah, so we'll just keep it
join the
rolling.
Arctics, and yeah, as many as we can get, because we could put.
Did you want, because I mean, we could do a call out for artists.
Yeah.
And we could actually do like put the specific, like kind of your list and just kind of put like the specific points. We could do a call of artists. Anyone who's interested in displaying their art pieces, please contact Chris Bringlow.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
as you say, we're having like an art exhibit for Hanwell.
You mean on the website?
Yeah.
Or social media?
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking that. I thought it might be a bit early, but maybe we could do that anytime.
I would do the call if you're trying to get your spots. I would do it soon,
Okay.
and then you've got everything covered.
Because the other part of that is there may be artists who haven't got many pieces done,
Yeah.
who, you know, like once the call goes out, oh, I have this many months, I'll try to put together 15
Yeah, that's
pieces.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
I think if they know about it, then they'll come, right?
yeah.
Do you need something done up, Sherry, in terms of some kind of a promotional page, or?
Why don't you let us know what you want on the page. I'm gonna get you to work with Megan. You guys go back and forth, and you will get the final
Yeah.
check, and then she can post it on the different things. So you just figure out kind of what you want, and she can. I mean, she's really good at going onto Canva and finding like,
Yeah.
pages with like art and stuff on
Yeah.
it to kind of make
Okay.
it so that it's a poster, and then we'll do a poster kind of thing, and we can post it in the lobby, and we can post it on Facebook and on the website.
Okay.
And I think that'd be helpful too, because she'll be able to post art things as opposed to craft.
Right, it'll be art. It'll be like
Image
paintings. It'll be like
very
sculptures.
clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and very
And
specific.
it'd be good if we could link to that document.
Yeah.
In terms of, so, yeah, okay.
And if you want to do a poster, we could post on that, like show.
We can, yeah.
Yeah.
And you might get more of a draw. Like you might get
Okay.
people coming to you for that.
I wouldn't put a link to that thing that you sent us. I would not put a
Why
link.
not?
That would insult some people.
Well, but we don't, that's.
No, but
the
you
reason-
know what you're getting. When people apply, you'll know what you're getting. I personally would never do it.
But if they came to me, then it's just either you tell them up front or then.
Yeah, I know, but when they go to register with you,
Well, that's.
But then the
thing,
problem
like,
is then
I
you-
mean,
then
I mean,
if
they're
people
gonna
are
have to
registering-
you
clarify.
don't think that thing would be insulting if you were a crafting person and you.
Oh, I don't.
But it's
I
not
don't
cra-
think so.
it's
I
we're not
know.
looking for crafts.
I know, that's the thing. But I would take it, if I looked at that and I was thinking of going into something and someone pointed out to me the difference between crafts and art, I would be insulted.
I-
I thought it was very.
Well, suit yourself, it's not my name going on it, so.
I would maybe make it simpler and just say, we're looking for artists.
Yes.
This is an art show, not a craft show.
Right.
I would even
we
put in
can.
that it's not a craft show, I put in, it's an art show.
But then, Susan,
Go with
but
the positive.
Right, the
then you're
problem
going.
is if you say that you're doing like a craft show,
People know what a craft show is.
people think that you're selling like it's a.
No, but
selling
this
stuff.
is an art exhibition
Okay, that's what we call it, art exhibition, and then it's gonna take
an
the
art
craft out of
exhibit.
it.
An art exhibit and
The
sale.
people that I've already connected with, I've called it an artist exhibit, and I've shared those things with it, asking if they know of other people, but
Yeah.
this is the criteria.
Yeah.
So they're already aware of that.
Yeah.
but-
So if we call it an artist exhibit, that's probably will eliminate the craft people anyway.
It will.
Yeah, and I'll probably have to make some judgment calls.
And you
Yeah.
will,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's fine,
definitely,
Yeah,
but,
that's fine.
but you
It's all
don't advertise it in a negative manner to craft people.
It's not a
It's-
slate to grasp people.
Well, it's not
this
intended to be,
is-
but perception is, anyway, it's up to you, it's not my
Yeah,
name going on
maybe what
it.
we can do is don't have to do the whole thing, but there's a couple, maybe like art is based on artistic merit, not, there's a couple of
Yeah, I
catchphrases
thought
in there.
Greg was really good.
I thought it was
There's a few
very-
in there, maybe we can
It was
just grab
fine,
one
but
or
it's
two
very
of those
negative.
things and
It's very,
work it in
very
there.
negative.
But one has to be somewhat careful in that as well, because my wife does crafts, all
Yeah.
types of different
And there's
crafts.
nothing wrong with that.
No, but there's
No.
also people that, and she does cards. There are people that make cards, okay? The cards are handcrafted, but the artwork itself is actual hand drawing of pictures, et cetera, so it's artistic,
Right.
but yet it also falls into that craft category.
Right.
So, I think artisan, art, sculptors, painters, stuff like that, and not,
You can get,
and Susan is right in the essence, there would be some people, crafters, that would say, listen, my work's even damn better than that damn shit.
Yeah.
Pardon my language. But anyhow, you can just subtract that.
it's just that there are ways of doing it in a positive manner,
Yeah,
and that list.
I can handle that, but I do want to distinguish.
Yeah, and you can, because you'll ask the people to say, if it's someone you don't know, and you don't know what their work is, you can actually ask for pictures,
Yeah,
Samples.
samples
Yeah.
of something.
I can handle that.
Yeah, no, it's fine to handle, it's just, I'm saying, just not to go
We're
out to the
breaking
public.
into categories, so it's, seeking, carvers, sculptors.
Yes,
Painters,
painters,
Yeah, like kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
for art show.
drawings,
potters,
Right,
whatever.
right.
photography. The thing is, there's so many different, like,
Potters are craft.
No, they're not. No,
Photographers-
potter's not
As long as
ceramics,
it's artistic.
it's crafters.
Yeah.
Huh?
Potters are not.
yeah,
Photography would be fine, actually, I contacted a photographer.
Yeah, photographers-
He didn't bite.
yeah.
There's even I think there is quite a group of quilters around the area too.
Yeah,
You see, quilters would be
That-
craft. for the
that's
most
craft.
part.
Yeah, it is.
it is.
It's a
but
craft.
It's a gray area.
Yeah,
It's very gray.
So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna determine what's a craft and what's not.
No.
We'll do a post. We'll say this is what we're looking for, and then Councillor Bringlow can go through the list and he can weed and choose and decide what he wants to put in for the exhibit.
Sorry, Jack, I'm just.
Leave it like that, I guess.
When you're having, like I said, an art exhibit down at the gallery, it's art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the intent
There is a
It's not a
difference.
slight to grouse people,
No,
it's an
no.
art
Yeah,
exhibit.
an art show,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
I'll reach out to John when I get home.
okay, so there's that.
No, thanks. Well, you seem to have that well underway, for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of, we get 8, I mean, that's not enough, but we're,
No. But like I said,
I'm happy when we get to say 15 and then,
and everything else is a bonus.
then everything else is going.
Yeah, we'll do a post.
Lee, where you at?
Well, the fire department's gonna do breakfast on the 15th. So, and then I'm working with Councillor Fox and Jonah
On a concert.
on a concert style.
I'm getting hungry just thinking of the
So-
fireman's breakfast.
Is the
Me
breakfast,
too.
the breakfast is that weekend too,
Just
right?
Saturday
Yeah,
morning.
it's just on the
Okay.
15th.
Saturday morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It'll likely be from either 7 to 10 or
7.
something like that.
Who the hell gets up at 7?
I'll be up at like 4 doing prep, I imagine.
Well, yeah, but that's because you have
Well,
to.
yeah, you'd be
Because some
tired by
idiots
the
said they
time
come at
fireworks go
7.
off.
Yeah.
I'll come
Okay.
to
So I've got-
start tasting.
I've got Nick Way already, he's already reached out and said when we confirm it, let him know, and then, so, I think that'll be out at the King's,
At the station one.
Station One, or the community center out
Yep.
there. so.
Great. That'll be a crowd pleaser, I'm sure.
Well, we haven't done one for years.
So,
Okay. So, Councillor Fox, how's the concert coming?
Well, let me read, how about I read what Councillor DeCleva had sent us first?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Oh, okay,
We'll
sure.
do that, and then
Yep.
move into mine. So Candace isn't here tonight, but she said, Holly and I met on the weekend and we're still in the midst of getting quotes. Looking at 2 to 4 on the 15th for bouncy castles, face painting, balloon animals, cotton candy, and lolly ice cream treats. I have a quote of $2,185, and we'll get another from another group who did the sizzling summer social. Taylor also mentioned that people love the petting zoo. I'm not sure if we have enough time or enough stuff, so would appreciate input.
Okay.
So that's kind of where they're at.
That was a pretty popular event, the petting zoo.
Petting
Yeah,
zoo
well,
was
that's,
popular.
yeah, the sizzling
would be.
summer
Yeah,
was,
that's
that was
social,
that was a
yeah.
big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a crazy
Yeah.
social.
just a question, where is that gonna be held? Is that gonna be here in the yard?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
They
through
were
the
kind of
day on
rolling it
Saturday?
over.
So that'll get some people around here because the art show will be inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Good,
okay,
now
but
concert?
concert-wise, yeah.
Concert, oh my lord.
So where's the concert? Here too?
Gonna be a David Bell Memorial
David
Park.
Bell.
David Bell? Okay, so
David Bell is the idea
Yeah.
right now. But I think
Concert.
we need to have a plan A and a plan B for this. Because we're looking at, and the other thing we're gonna look at is whether we can get a bigger budget. Because right now, we've met with 2 different folks, I guess, in the music industry. Can't remember the first guy's name.
Eddie.
Eddie. Yep. Met with Eddie, met with another guy who did the audio and stage and stuff for the coldest night of the year, for Run the River when they were there, and talked to them as well. And yeah, we're looking, if we want to put on kind of 4 bands, have an outdoor stage come in that's covered because of the weather, in case it rains, we're probably looking at about 15 grand
yeah,
for a concert.
the budget's 10.
That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, the budget's 10, so do we increase our budget to allow us to do that and then seek, then do we go out and we seek sponsorships, sales, what's the other thing? Do grants, right?
So there's 1 grant available,
Those would
the
be,
CIF grant. I did it, it's the same grant I did for the fire department.
what's the CIF grant?
Uh,
The community
community,
investment fund.
What
yeah,
about
that's
though
fine.
from tourism? We should be able to get tourism money for this, it's a tourist event.
I can,
Something we can look into,
I think it's, I still think it's a SIF, but anyway.
but something to check out, for sure.
But the SIF grant I can only do after the event,
Okay.
so we can apply for it. But you only get the money after you've submitted all your receipts, so it's an after event.
Okay.
What's that, up to 4,000?
No, it depends, like it's,
At 20,000, it goes, if you go to 20,000, it goes to 4,000.
Yeah, like
At 25,000 or.
there's amounts, like if it's a big amount, you get, I think from 12 to 20,000, you get 4,000 back.
Okay.
I think it's 12 to 20.
Something like
you
that.
get- I think it's 12 to 20, you get 3. At
20
you
to-
get 20 to 30, you get 4.
Yeah.
And over 30, you get 5. I have it here
So maybe
somewhere.
this is something we need to talk to Rose Arsenault about.
Yes.
That's not, well, you could talk to Rose about something else. That one goes in through that Wendy,
No, I've already done the SIF grant, I'm talking about the tourism
oh,
one.
the tourism one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about from our tax levy? We have that tax levy fund, that's for tourism.
Okay, so that is for tourism,
So
so,
that has to go through Rose, or is that something that we can?
And that's
pull?
something we can do, if
That's
it
something that we
fits
can
the
do.
bill.
That's something, yeah.
We gotta find out if it's actual part of, that we can use that sewer surcharge for the
Yeah.
hotels for something like that.
Yeah.
It is tourism, so.
It is
Because
tourism.
we try to recoup,
Yeah.
and the idea is to, I mean, and especially if we're thinking long-term, we only have 3 months to pull this off too,
Yeah.
which is starting to break me.
And a lot of bands are already booked.
A lot of
Well,
bands are
yeah.
already booked, and
Okay,
they
so-
have,
Yeah, we're gonna have to be a little less choosy, maybe.
some of them have radius clauses that don't allow them to play, so I reached out to one band and they have a radius clause and can't play, so,
Okay.
because they're booked to do another event somewhere within
Farther
a
away.
certain radius, and
Right.
they're not allowed to play any other
Because they want everybody to go see them at the
Right.
victory band.
So, yeah, so this is all new,
Sure.
stuff that I'd never heard of, that I'm learning as we go. And then we need to kind of pick and determine, again, based on budget, so once we establish a budget, what budget we're comfortable with, then we can look at what bands we can afford and whether or not they're available, cause as, you know, as
I think we just-
Deputy Mayor Jonas says, it, like, we may not be able to be too picky, cause we may be running out of options, cause they're all bucking up for
Well, that's,
summer.
you would, yeah,
Yeah,
just
so we
exactly.
do it.
But that, I hear good things about that band you had at Coldest Night. Was that Run the River? or
Run the
something?
River, they're fabulous.
Yeah, we
So
have them.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's that, from what I heard,
Yeah.
it sounds like they did a really good job, so.
They just have to look at their contractual radius
Obligations.
agreement.
So this
as
event is
well.
Saturday night?
Yeah,
This would be Saturday.
Saturday
Afternoon.
actually, yeah,
Yeah, like from 4 to 10.
Yeah,
So are you looking at getting a
10:30.
kids event, a kids band as well?
no.
No.
No, this is only adults.
This is that all
Correct.
Could you fill in with a karaoke contest
No.
or something like that?
No, no, no,
Or,
no.
Saturday.
No,
Nothing like
no,
that?
no,
Afternoon.
no, no.
you're
But
the
this,
only one
like I
saying
said,
that.
this is a-
Everybody else said that.
I guess,
No,
yeah, it's just one of the things, if you're pitching a concert and
yeah, to
you
add
want
all
people
the
to
beer
come,
tent.
Yeah.
because we're gonna have
Yeah.
a garden.
Okay, if we're gonna do that, again, you guys have to think about that. If we're doing that, we need to apply for a liquor license. It's a different liquor license than a normal liquor license because it's outdoor event. So,
Well, that's
and we
what
need
we're
time,
looking
and we
at.
need
This
time
is
to do
what-
that too,
I know.
like
So this
it's,
is what's freaking me
Yeah.
out, because we're getting close, right?
But there's lots of times with a liquor license, we can apply now for the liquor
oh yeah,
license.
you can apply now, it only takes a couple of weeks, so
Yeah,
it's not a
it's
big.
not, yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
not a big deal for the liquor license.
Nice.
And this is gonna be,
Outdoor
like
event.
it's gonna be an admission to this
Yeah.
concert.
Admission,
I
yeah.
gotta get
So
a
the
different-
idea is to, you know, like they do the big concert in Oromocto, right? For whatever it is,
Pioneer.
Pioneer Days
Yeah.
or whatever. Like we're hoping to kind of build it up to that at some point,
Sure.
to that kind of a thing.
Could become an annual event.
Right,
We're
but their
hoping.
budget is massive.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's massive,
But
right?
they're
But it
brilliant.
is a break-even kind of thing. You charge, you try to have, you know, you have
Realistically,
beer available. You have, yeah. Go ahead.
realistically, I think we can offset $10,000.
Right.
Because if, even with a very minimum of 400, I mean, if you think of it, we had 400 people here for Remembrance Day.
Yeah,
If you could bring in 400 people at $20, there's $8,000.
right there.
If you could make a couple $1,000s on your beer, and we will get volunteers and do our beer that way.
Yeah, and where it's an event in the afternoon, you could do some kind of a barbecue too, like
Well,
towards
we're
rather
thinking
than forward
getting
and
food.
tail.
Thinking the
food
trucks.
trucks,
Food trucks.
because there's
Whatever.
only so, there's only so much work.
that makes more sense,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's only so much work you
Yeah.
want to get
Because
volunteers.
that's the other thing, we need to start advertising for food trucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and, so I think easily we could do that if we can get it going. I did get a quote on a tent, but he misunderstood what I was talking about. I think, I went and talked to Mitch the other day, and I think he was thinking, because I had mentioned that we thought we were hoping to get 400 people, so he gave me a quote on a tent for 400 people.
You just want a tent for the beer garden?
He just want a tent for the beer garden, just something small.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
Because-
back and get another quote from him.
Because we're gonna have to get a covered
Yeah,
stage.
so we're just gonna get a
So
small
that's,
tent.
that's the issue. And that's really where the expense is. It's in that stage. If we had interesting, because we were talking about capital stuff in the past, but if we had a permanent structure, that was covered,
Yeah.
a stage structure that was covered,
Yeah.
then that, we would avoid the temporary stages. The temporary stage, and because it's outside, it needs to be covered in case we get.
The temporary
some
stage
weather.
though
that
comes
thing
with the
called?
lighting and all that.
It does,
So
yeah.
It's
It
not a
does.
bad price.
It's not a bad
No.
price at all,
what's it
no.
called?
Amphitheater?
Yeah, that's where we were talking about an amphitheater back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's still something we could
Oh,
certainly
in
look
the
at.
future,
We
if
could
this
make a
goes,
portable one, because I think the city in Oromocto and them all have one. So if they take it and they fold it out, I think, the sound company in here.
oh
you
yeah,
can-
they have a nice one, they used it last year, I was down to something at the Highland Games, and they had it, they were setting it up the day I was down there, I mean, it's not very big, it's not even, it's not much bigger than like a closed-in utility trailer that, I mean, it's longer, of course, but I mean, it was awesome, I watched them fold that thing out, and there's lights and the towers, and, I mean, it was just
So
amazing.
that may be a capital project
Yeah.
for
For
Future.
Chase
Right.
Ace
For
Club,
the
we're gonna,
future.
Let's
we're
see
looking
how
at-
well this event runs
Right.
before you make any
Right.
big, because I mean,
Right.
it could do very well, or,
Yeah, or it could
I could do
take.
that, yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I was talking to somebody last night at Hurling and Harvey. I was running it by them as to what, they thought, whether, you get people and where you get people from. And actually, he had a good idea, this is just an aside for now. But at the time, if you want to know where your audience are coming from, do something like have a a free giveaway or something like that. And then you don't even need their names, just get people to write down their name and their postal code. Then you know where if you're getting people from Hanwell, you're getting people from Nackwick, you're getting people from Hardwick. And then you'll know for other times where you're getting all your,
Where you're
where you're drawing from.
clientele from, yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Like our 60th,
Like,
we had more people from town, like,
and it's
Yeah.
great. I think it's great. If they
Yeah,
want
it
to come
was
out and
great,
see the
like,
event, it's great.
it was-
I think something
Tourism
like that
wise,
will go over really good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, I
So-
mean, we were conservative in thinking 400 people, I'm thinking we'd easily get 500 or 600 people. At which point, because I'm not really worried about money for this thing, I mean, we can do some sponsors, but.
But I just need to know, is council okay with us
Well, we
doing
do-
that based on the fact that we hope to get a return of, we
Yeah.
plan to get a return of, but we can't guarantee a return of.
No, but we have, like I said, we have money in our capital reserve,
Yeah.
whatever, so I don't know.
As
you know,
long as
there's
council's
money we
good,
have,
we'll move ahead.
There may be other grants.
surplus
that
from
we
last
could get.
year.
You're gonna have to, that is something you have to go to council meeting, you
Oh,
have to
yeah.
vote up your
Oh, yeah.
budget.
Yeah,
That's
that'll
what
have
we're
to be
gonna
for
do,
the
but.
council, obviously.
Yeah, but I mean, even if we can get sort of a straw vote, so we have an idea, so we can move forward.
cause we gotta get an electrician out to David Bell to,
Look at
our temporary,
That's what you got.
cause we're gonna have to put, I got power running over to where we wanna do it,
Right,
but it ends there, but, cause there's lights on it, cause NB Power come put in Dustle Dawn lights years ago.
okay.
So we're gonna need a temporary power set up close to that.
Yeah, 'cause there's a power bill coming in for the David
Yeah.
Bell Park,
Yeah, there is, yeah.
yeah, so we do have a.
Probably two of them.
Yeah, there is.
But yeah, so we'd have to put a temporary up over near where we wanna do the event.
Okay.
Sounds like things are moving in the right direction.
Yeah, so as long as everyone's, I'm not hearing a lot of
Naysayers,
negatives,
no.
so we'll just keep moving forward
And we
then.
have your guard dog, to make sure nobody steals anything,
That we need to
To the
secure.
best meetings.
could scare them.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll move forward then. Good, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Councillor Holt, you missed our first planning meeting, so I'm not know sure, do you have ideas to bring that you wanted to do, or are you just gonna jump on board with Tim, or?
Darren and I are working on the movie night.
Movie night, right.
Yeah, good.
And we really haven't sat down and structured anything as yet, because as I say, it's simply just a movie night. The question I haven't had a chance to pose, is it more kids, or was it adult movie, or?
What about family?
Or family
What about
combination
family?
thereof?
Because right now you've got adult stuff, you've got kids
Kids
stuff.
stuff.
I don't hear family stuff at this
I think a
point.
family movie night
That
would be key.
okay.
Yeah,
Something that's gonna gear towards all levels, not just, yeah.
yeah.
Not a cartoon.
It could be a cartoon. I love cartoons.
Simpsons movie.
Not that.
No, thank you.
Can we do a double header? Am I stretching this too much? Can we do a double header?
Do you know what would be cool?
And start with
Why
like
not
at the
do-
drive-ins, right?
An
When I was a
outdoor
kid
movie.
in the-
Why not do an outdoor movie? Indoor kids
If it's not
movie?
raining.
Or-
This is being recorded, so we try to keep,
There's what you want, an
Some
outdoor movie in June
semblance
in
of
the
order.
evening. That's what you wanna do. I want the bug spray concession. Just saying.
With the,
It would be nice to take a look at having a facility that we can actually do drive-in outdoor movies all summer long for the community. However, that's cost.
no, but you can put on an outdoor movie really easily
Oh, yeah,
for the
easy.
fraction of a cost, and kids, you just sit on the lawn.
It's not
We
a
do
lot.
it in the neighborhood all the time. We do it in the neighborhood. We put up a white tarp and put the projector on, and all watch outdoor movies.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Whenever my dogs used to be missing, I used to walk down the road, there they were sitting with the neighbors watching a movie out in the park.
On the park.
On the back side of the screen.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, already.
yeah.
an handpress on the screen.
It's just, I guess,
I like that idea of Darren and I will.
Just with the rain date of inside. So you plan for it outside. If it rains, then you just move it inside because we have the capability of doing it inside too.
I'll share the bug spray concession with you.
Yeah,
that sounds great.
I'm gonna buy it by the fat for that weekend. Beer tent, concert.
Well, we have, even if it's inside, we have all that space there.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
cause the show's in the afternoon, right?
I was thinking 10 to 4,
Yeah.
that's what I've told.
Right,
Yeah.
right, so then that moves out,
Yeah.
we move in, put the seating out,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, is the movie Friday night or Saturday?
I was on
Friday.
Friday night.
So it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
It
Even
doesn't
easier.
matter anyway. Well, that's right, cause Saturday's the other thing.
But what time is your Saturday thing?
10 to 4.
So artists have to come in and set up. So when are they doing that? Are they doing that Saturday morning? Or are they doing it Friday? So now you've gone, now you're
Saturday
gonna,
morning.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have an
It's
overlap.
up till 10,
Yeah.
We should be able to clean up and do that on Saturday.
yeah. And
we
they
would
only
clean up
need-
the night before, we just clean up
Artists
Friday.
should only need an hour to set up. Like,
As far
it's
as
not-
tables, is it mostly round tables? Is there any rectangular?
We have lots of,
Lots of
between
room.
both places, there's lots of rectangle
We
tables.
have more rectangular
Yeah,
than round, I
there's
think.
40, there's 40 rectangular ones out. But,
And we have 17
They're
here.
gonna be-
So.
For Saturday morning.
no, cause I got 15 round ones, and if you want rectangular, I can swap you. I
Yeah.
can swap for round.
We've got lots here.
Well, we'll see what we need.
Yeah.
We'll do our inventory check, see what's here,
Yeah.
and if we think we need
There's,
more.
there's plenty of tables.
There,
Yeah.
I think a lot of these people want to be against a wall because it's just
Yeah.
easier
Likely,
to
yeah.
display
It's
stuff.
easier
So-
And easier to control too.
Yeah, and easier to control.
So then 15 would be your max, if you want people against walls.
Okay, and there might be some, maybe some tables we could put in the middle,
Yeah.
depend, like pottery or something like that maybe. But
Yeah.
Some of these,
But we can open up the 2 boardroom spaces. You could also open
Yeah.
the 2 boardroom spaces and have have an artist in each of those rooms as well. People could go around.
well, we'll keep that in mind. So 15's a good number.
15's a good number,
You
yeah.
might want some in the middle though, because I mean, if you're only around the outside wall, that's a big room that's awful bare in the middle, if you don't put anything in the
Yeah.
middle.
Yeah, I would put sculptors and.
Sculptors in the middle, maybe.
Yeah,
Pottery
depending on
folks
the,
and-
yeah, artists.
Yeah.
in the middle.
Or the chainsaw carving,
middle.
if they bring big pieces.
Well, he's gonna need some floor space
Yeah.
and some
Yeah.
tables.
They would be in the middle probably,
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be in the middle.
So-
Yeah, he could be, very.
So we have ample room for.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
but you just don't want it to look bare is the only thing.
Something we should look at too, on a more permanent basis, is something that we can use for installations on the wall. So sometimes you use our ceiling's weird though, but sometimes you can use something that comes right from the ceiling and they're just little wires that come down, right? You can hook, so you can hang paintings on them. And they just hang, so you don't have to worry about mucking up your walls, you don't have to worry about drilling holes in walls, like any of that stuff.
Unfortunately,
It's just,
the ceiling, I don't think would allow that,
Yeah,
because it's too hard to get at. Like
it's too high.
it's too high.
Yeah.
But once it's hung there, you're not gonna be moving. Oh, you're talking about art, just for the art exhibit.
Well, no, I'm thinking like all the time, you do need to, those things can't kinda,
You can't just have them
well, they
hanging.
could sit there, but then we'd have to have art on them, right? Like, cause you don't want wires just
Wires
hanging
hanging.
down.
Right.
Just
If you had things hanging there permanently, just add
Right.
some.
But you-
engrams to
And
the
then you
room or
can
whatnot.
swap them out, right, do things, but anyway, just something.
Yeah, something to think about, for sure.
Yeah.
And Susan, you're obviously working with Tim
Yeah.
on the concert. Yeah. Yeah.
Can't just kind of work it.
Councillor
Both.
DeCleva, Tim gave you a report, and it's a good report, but you got, Holly, and you have things well in hand. So, anything else to add? You know what the report is, anything else to add to that?
Well, I don't know, if he had said, what do you think of the time? Do you think
It's fine.
Are you okay with that? Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like the longer we get, the more cost we'll incur.
So this is my question, where's your event?
Well, so we talked about either, and we were gonna leave that up to the committee to decide what they felt was best, so.
Because we have we have an art show here from 10 to 4.
Yeah,
10 to 4?
I don't honestly think,
It'd be great if there was stuff going on outside.
I don't honestly.
Oh, outside,
think-
yes.
Yeah, I don't honestly think we care either way, so whatever, we just said we would look into, see if there was electricity here in David Bell, or, you know, whether we would be better off here.
It's probably better off here. Because they're gonna be preparing for a concert.
I
We're
do
David
gonna
it
go
Bell.
here.
right from the, I'll be there right from the
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah,
to
so
the-
here probably would be the best
I
place
do
for
it
that.
here.
And we
Yeah.
just have to kind of look at how it gets set up, I think, so that everybody can see everything and that it's easily accessible, and I think it'll be good, because then the playground and the trails are here, and if people wanna wander off onto those, you know, when they're,
I'm pretty sure Taylor has a drawing of what he did, what they did last year for the Sizzling Summer Social. if this is kind of playing out to be very similar, like with your activity, which is great, because it was really well received,
Yeah.
but he has almost like a layout of what he had in different areas.
He had really big numbers.
It was huge, and it was-
So
it was
I
huge.
may have to get my quotes adjusted based on that, because they asked me for the number of people. So I don't know if they were asking how many bouncy castles they would need based on, you know, oh, well, we need 3 if you're having.
We only had 2 and it was fine.
Okay,
We only had 2 at 60th.
Yeah, it was
There
fine.
was a lineup, but it is what it is.
Yeah, there was a lineup at everything. There was a lineup at that. There was a lineup at the cotton candy. There was a lineup at everything.
we were
Even the petting zoo.
thinking, we were trying to make things like more accessible because we recognized Spook Fest and like 60th lineups were challenging, so we thought maybe we would look at pre-bagging some cotton candy ahead
Yep.
of time to have it ready to go. If we can make sure that the cotton candy machine that is in Station 3 works, we're gonna have to just test that out, I guess, you know, just to see if it works.
Yeah, we
Cotton
try that
candy
at some
works.
council meeting.
I just texted to see.
Yeah, he said he thinks it is, so,
There's a guy too that lives in town who does cotton candy.
the
Yeah,
lad
we
who
had him
did
at
it,
one of the, we had somebody out here before at one of the
Yeah.
indoor events.
David
Did
and Kathy
fantastic for
Calhoun
Spook
used
Fest,
to
he
do
just-
cotton candy. I don't know whether or not they actually have the machine or not, but I can remember when there was the Touch a Truck. They had their, I don't know whether it was the Rotary or their real estate operation, but they had a cotton candy machine.
Yeah, and you can rent one from Advanced Fabrics.
Advanced
That's what I was
Fabrics.
thinking of,
Yeah.
that's right, that's had one,
Yeah.
You can
right.
get all of
But
the
if this
supplies,
one's-
but if this one works and it's free, it's
Yeah.
it'd be.
Perfect.
The only thing
It's
you have
just
to buy is sugar.
supplies,
Yeah.
Sugar.
yeah,
Got to buy the
so
sugar and the cones.
it also would probably allow us to decide when we bag it, like, and come early and bag it, rather than being dependent on someone's time.
Correct.
Yeah, just exactly.
Yeah, because that lineup for Spook Fest was,
Yeah, I
Yeah, It was
just,
busy.
Yeah.
Nobody,
Yeah.
nobody expected the amount of people that showed up for Spook.
No.
Nobody expected that. Like that
No.
was completely.
we just thought maybe we would have some tickets, and the tickets would be all you would get, and how you choose to spend your tickets, whether it's on a lolly or a cotton candy is up to you, but you only get so many so that everyone gets a
It's a
cotton
great
candy.
idea.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
It's a great idea.
Do you know if you still have tickets hanging around here from Sizzlin' Summer stuff?
They didn't use tickets,
Oh, okay. There's
but
nothing.
I guarantee there's probably a box of tickets back
There
there.
was probably some hanging.
There's
around
probably tickets
somewhere.
back there.
Well, we can always
Okay,
get.
anyway, we'll make a list of like the things that we think, but we're
Amazon will
trying
have
to
it.
keep our budget kind of on the lower end, and anything we can, yeah, anything we can.
Because we're spending all the money.
That's right, yeah, no, I think we can,
I think we'll do
I think
okay.
we can be minimal and still have a good time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Great. Okay, well, I think we're all into this 100%, we're moving forward. And things are gonna start to come together already, and it's only early, this is only our second meeting, so we're doing good that way. Anybody else have anything to add?
Don't think so.
Anything we missed?
now if anybody wants, I know everybody's gonna be busy, but try to make it out for the breakfast if you
Oh.
can.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure.
Oh,
See,
me
you're gonna be
too.
there about 5 o'clock?
Uh,
You're gonna be there about 5?
We'll be
I'm
there
gonna
3
see
days
what,
before.
I'm gonna
because
see what the in-house cook says.
Yeah.
Cause he completely changes my mind when he starts talking, so.
Yeah, well, when Nick puts something on, he's,
Well, I usually let him go roll
No,
with
Here.
it. You just tell me when to be there. That's all I need to know.
I'll probably be there
Reason
all
being,
day.
I was gonna
Dave, so
volunteer
I'll probably
to,
get a ride with
taste
you
it.
and then you can just leave and I'll just stay.
Stay right
and be
there.
there until
We'll probably be there Friday night.
fireworks, yeah,
We will be there Friday night.
yeah.
no, I think we've got like I said, we're gonna have a bang-up show from the looks of things, so should be really good. Yeah. All right, so I'll adjourn the meeting then. If there's nobody else has anything to add, we're in good shape. Thanks very much for coming, and we'll call the meeting adjourned at roughly 8 o'clock.